Assalamu alaikum. This is Kathryn Jones, the Peaceful Parenting Coach, who's back on track again. You might be wondering what I'm talking about. Well, those of you who've read your emails may have a slight clue. The first email I sent yesterday had the wrong link. The email with the correct link, I called you all Felicia. And then there was a number of people who I sent really baffling emails to. And one poor sister who was expecting me to email her with a time that we were going to have a free session together. And when I'd rung her a few times and she didn't seem to be available at the time, I went to my emails to email her to discover that the email was sitting there and I hadn't even pressed send. So what on earth was going on? A lot, actually. I was very stressed about so many things, and I was also really tired. I had a huge week with lots of patches of lack of sleep. It's the end of 2 weeks of school holidays, so I've been juggling work and trying to make sure that I spend, some good quality time with the kids every day as well, and do some interesting activities with them. And so I was kind of at the end of my tether. Also, two other key things were going on is I have, a coach for parenting and a coach for business as well, both are who are off traveling. And so my usual support network, the ones that I rely upon when I am going off track and need to get back on track, haven't been available either. And so I got very disconnected, very off track. And so those of you who've already watched my free training, that language makes sense to you, because that's what we talk about happening to kids, but it happens to us too. And I wanted to tell you this story so that you can understand how positive and powerful this knowledge is, and knowing what to do in this situation is, but also how disastrous things can get when you don't take care of yourself and take care of your own emotional well-being. So I had a very difficult night with my 14-year-old disappearing somewhere without telling me, and not answering his phone, and not coming home until really late at night. Now, I actually understand where his defiance and everything comes from. And I had part of my off-track behavior with my disconnection, which I hadn't realized until this incident occurred, was that there was something intuitively in me knowing that that was going off track. And over the last few days, I had tried to build connection with him and try to prevent that happening. But because of my own stresses and everything else that was going on with business and kids and everything, I didn't succeed, because we don't succeed in connecting with our kids when we're, off track ourselves. Secondly, I was trying to connect with him on my timetable. And the thing with teenagers is you need to connect on their timetable. It doesn't work on your schedule. It's about when they're ready, you jump in and you connect. And because I was trying to fit so many things in and not in that abundant state of there's all the time in the world, I wasn't connecting with him when he was available, and I was trying to force connection with him when I was available, and that doesn't work. So that resulted in this sort of defiant behavior of his last night, which left me even more distressed and concerned where he is. I mean, he's 14 years old. He shouldn't be out like that. And what to do about it. So alhamdulillah, he's home now. And alhamdulillah, I have done what I know I need to do to get myself back on track, and got myself into a calm place. And as soon as I did that, I was able to parent from a peaceful place inside. But I made so many mistakes along the way, not just email mistakes. I was making parenting mistakes too. I was very snappy towards the younger children and impatient with them when I was really trying to spend some time with them. And with my 14-year-old, when I finally did connect with him last night, I was so upset that that came out in my tone of voice, which resulted in more disconnection with him and more stubbornness from him. Whereas had I been able to be in a peaceful place in that moment, I could have turned things around much quicker. So the reason for telling you this story is, firstly, so you realize that even the peaceful parenting coach has her off days and has her not so good parenting days. But the thing is, it was one day. And I understood what to do and turned it around so that today I actually am on track. I am in a peaceful place. I am very calm, and I know exactly what I need to do. All the things that were stressing me out yesterday, I've been able to make clear decision about today. And I know what I need to do with my son. You know, I made a lot of dua to Allah, and in some ways, what happened last night made it very clear to me that some of the things that I was thinking about with regards to him, and decisions I wanted to make with regards to him, were spot on the right track. That I need to make some changes, you know, about, you know, where he's going to school and some other things that are going on. So alhamdulillah, I got back on track. How did I do that? I got reconnected. I knew what I needed to do. I needed to connect with the right people. I needed to connect with Allah. I got up and I did tahajjud, and I spent a long time telling Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala all my dramas, praying, reading Quran, and getting myself centered again, connecting with the right people so I get my human connection again, and releasing all that tension that was inside me that was making my thinking go off. So remember, in the training, when we're off track emotionally, we have trouble making good decisions. We have trouble with our judgment, our impulse control, our short-term memory, getting organized, planning, all those sorts of things. What happened yesterday, all the things I've just described to you, are the perfect example of a brain that's disconnected and not thinking well. So alhamdulillah, everything's fine today. It's another day. I know what to do, and I will continue, inshallah, to parent from a peaceful place inside. I've just had an awesome afternoon with my younger children out at a community event, and school starts again tomorrow, so we're about to do the whole prepare ourselves and get ready for school tomorrow. And everybody is very happy and on track and calm again, alhamdulillah. So please, if you want to learn more about this, go to the link peacefulparentingsecrets.com and see the free training. And make sure that if you really want to learn how to do what I'm doing, that you join up for one of my training programs so that I can teach you and mentor you through this, because it's the most life-changing, family transforming stuff out there. It's not like any other parenting program, and the only way you're going to get a feel for that is to try it for yourself, inshallah. So this is Kathryn Jones, the Peaceful Parenting Coach, who had a very off-track day yesterday, is here to tell you that, yep, it happens to us all, even the best of us, and we can turn it around, and I'd love to show you how, inshallah. So the link will be with this video. Otherwise, it's peacefulparentingsecrets.com. That will give you the opportunity to go to the free training and learn more about parenting from the peaceful place inside, so you can do what I do, even when you're off track yourself, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. See you next time, inshallah.